you are impacting these people's lives. Financially, you are impacting their lives. Once I realized that, I loved it.
Thank you guys for joining us on another episode of Untitled Success. We are midway through season 3, and with me today is Nesreen Dye. She's with A State of Grace, and she's here to join me today. So thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So my first question always to everyone is, who were you in high school?
Okay, that's a tough one. Honestly, in high school, I was a completely different person. I was really shy and like quiet. I was pretty reserved. I kind of just like sat back and listened more than anything.
Okay.
Yeah, not loud, not outspoken. I knew I wanted to be successful. I just didn't know how or what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was me in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were always still funny. Like you were
You
always.
think so?
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
100%.
really?
There was like, again, we go way back,
Yes.
right? And so, yes, I do remember you being shy, but I also remember you doing like sly remarks that were so funny. And so I'm like, oh, this is funny.
I guess I could be like pretty witty, but it depends on with who and like who I was like comfortable with. Yeah, just like kind of depended on who I was around and who I was with.
Yeah. How did you get pulled into real estate?
Like funny enough, I was working for my mom,
Mm-hmm.
who was not in real estate. And her office was right next door
Mm-hmm.
to my aunt's office, and it's who I still work with. And she walks outside, walks inside, and she's like, "Ness, you like working with your mom?" And I was like, "Oh, it's whatever." To be honest with you, like it was more so like, "Yeah, come work with me and take over the business and whatever." And I was like, "Sure, I'll work with my mom." And she walked in and she goes, "Ness, do you want to come be my transaction coordinator?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "What is that? I have no idea." But sure, like, why not? To be honest, like, I mean, working with your parents is not like all it's cracked up to be.
No.
And I love my mom and I loved working with my mom, but everything that I was doing with her was like, there was like no interaction with human beings, if that made sense. It was all behind the computer, all behind the desk.
What is your mom?
She owns a medical billing business.
Okay.
And so everything was like literally on a computer.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I would like that.
Yeah.
No, definitely no.
Okay.
And then I was like, yeah, let me just try to be a transaction coordinator and like see what it is. So I literally like moved to the building next door and I started.
Uh-huh.
And that's really how I like got pulled into it.
Oh, so you were transaction coordinator and then.
So I started off as her transaction coordinator, like just to get a feel for things and see what it was. And
see if you liked it.
See if I liked it.
Okay.
And I loved it. Like loved it. Because there was so much interaction with people. And I realized after that, like, I need to talk to people. Like that is that's what brings me joy.
Okay.
And being behind a computer is not it. Funny enough, though, being a transaction coordinator, it's still like behind a desk, behind a computer. But you interact with the clients a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it for a little bit. And then my aunt goes, when are you getting your license? Because I don't think this is like your end goal. And I was like, no, like, let me get my license. Within like a few months, I was like, okay, let me go get my license. I do the classes, and then I get pregnant. And everything kind of just, I paused. Like I was like, okay.
What year is this, by the way?
Oh, what year is this? This was 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, 2015, like end of 2015, actually. And then I'm trying to think. Hold on, let me time frames. Yeah, end of 2015.
Okay.
And then beginning of 2016, I'm like, let me start my classes, let me do everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we find out, I'm pregnant, which is great. But then I was more so focused on work and I wasn't really I was tired and I was like, I don't want to study and I don't want to take these classes. And so I kind of just put everything on hold for a few months. And it was my husband actually who pushed me because he was like, are you going to do anything with these classes that you took? Like, when are you taking your test?
Yeah.
And at that point I was like, I'm 7 months pregnant. My brain is I have mom brain. Like, what? And he was like, it's funny when someone pushes me in a corner, I'm the type of person that's like, well, I will prove you wrong and I'm going to do it. And so he was like, you wasted money. Like, this is such a waste of money. And I was like, okay, it's not a waste of money. And I was like, fine, let me just go take the test.
Okay.
And I took the test and I passed. And I was like,
Oh,
so I'm very grateful to him that he pushed me
Yeah.
to do that. And so I got my license.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I still worked as her transaction coordinator for a bit, even though I was licensed.
Yeah.
But I really wanted the experience. And I can't remember how many years I did that for. I didn't go out fully on my own. It's been 3 years now. Yeah, 3 years where I have fully been a solo agent.
Really?
Yeah, it's only been 3 years. Oh my gosh, it's only been 3 years.
It's okay. My question is all right, so we lived through 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Most people think to some degree that real estate agents is adjacent to a car sales.
Yep.
Right. I wouldn't have taken you as the type to be like, yeah, no, I'm interested in this. I would have taken you as the type to be like, yeah, no, bro, I'm good on this. Right.
Right.
Based on the things that we've lived through.
Right.
Was that a mentality that you had? And if not, what, or if it was, what made you change your thought process?
I really didn't know anything about it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, well, let's just see. And at first I thought it was just sales.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, so we're just, selling people houses.
Yeah.
We're making commission checks. Great.
Yeah.
Just sales. And so I kind of did come from the mindset of, you're a car salesman. You're just selling someone a house, transaction's over, we're done.
Yeah.
Until I really started connecting with the clients. And then you realize it's not just sales. It's not, you're not a used car salesperson. You are impacting these people's lives. Financially, you are impacting their lives. And once I realized that, I loved it.
Okay.
Obsessed with it, loved it.
Obsessed with
it, loved it.
Okay.
Because, and I really truly do believe this, owning a home will set you up for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you own one, then you buy an investment property and then you buy another. And to be honest with you, nowadays, I don't know how else anyone is going to retire with the way, things are. And
Yeah.
I truly do believe owning property will financially help people in the future. And once I figured that out, and once I figured out this is not just a transaction, really, you become a part of this person's family. It's not just, oh, sign here, oh, do this. I feel like I am changing their lives for the better. And also just, it depends on the clients. I don't work with these $1 million buyers. I work with your average person.
Okay.
And I have had multiple people thank me and they're so grateful because I didn't turn them away.
Mhm.
And like it's unfortunate, but some agents um, only look at a buyer's income,
Oh,
right?
for sure.
And they look at their income and they're just like, oh, you don't make enough money. I can't help you buy a house.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful to my aunt because she taught me everything I know.
Mhm.
And that is absolutely not how you treat someone. And that's not
Mhm.
how you do business. And it doesn't matter how much you make. You send the numbers to the lender and you figure out what works.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work right now, well, then we get a game plan.
Mhm.
And maybe in 2 years, you will be ready, or 3 years, you will be ready. And I just have grown to love it. And I can talk about this forever. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yes.
What is the one thing as you started your career in real estate
Mhm.
that was extremely hard that you never said out loud?
Inconsistency.
Okay.
And until now,
Mhm.
and I'm sure all agents will say the same thing, to be honest with you, because there are some months where I am so busy and there's transaction after transaction, and then there's some months where there's nothing.
Mhm.
And you start to wonder, oh, holy crap, like what am I doing? Why am I in this business?
Yeah.
Why am I putting myself through all of this stress? Like, oh my God, when is my next paycheck coming? Like, and it can be very daunting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you get the hang of it, it becomes consistent and it's okay. But yeah, starting out inconsistency was, yeah.
So what do you do when you have this inconsistent month, right? Like I've been around a lot of loan officers, a lot of real estate agents, a lot of old school real estate agents
Hmm.
that tend to blow a lot of money when they, have these spectacular months. And then somewhere along the lines that they file bankruptcy. And that's not this. I feel like it's a lot less that this happens now than the way it used to happen.
Hmm.
But nevertheless, it does happen. Like
Right.
how do you prepare yourself for those months? Like how do you budget yourself through the year?
I pay myself a
Hmm.
salary,
Okay.
and that salary has not changed for the last 3 years since I started.
Okay.
And I have made more money,
Hmm.
but my salary does not change. So, God forbid anything were to happen or I have a very slow month, I have enough in my business account to continue to pay my salary. And I essentially budgeted my life around said salary.
Hmm.
So no matter how much more I make one month, great. That money sits in my business account and I cannot touch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because my salary, I don't want to change it and I don't
Okay.
want to increase it. Not right now, at least,
Yeah.
because I don't want to have those problems. And I have seen agents like have those problems.
Mm.
And I don't want to be one of those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that for sure didn't come right out the gate. Like this is a habit that you've had to build over time, or is this
It is
naturally who you are? You're like
no
a planner or
I'm a planner. I really
Okay.
do like to plan, but I am definitely like not the most responsible financial person by any means. Like
Okay.
I like to spend,
Uh-huh.
and it is definitely a problem.
Yeah.
But as I have like gotten older, I guess I have just figured out what's important to me and what's not important to me.
Okay.
And so like I have learned and I'm like, do I really need to buy this? Do I really need this?
Hmm.
No,
Mm.
I don't need this.
Okay.
And I stop myself
Yeah.
because old me would be like, yeah, it'll be fine. Like
Yeah.
I'll be fine. Let's just spend
We'll
and we'll
figure it
figure it
out.
out later.
Yeah.
Right. And as I've just with time,
Yeah.
essentially.
So this one goes without saying it. Like I remember you when we were younger, like you were shy. And then now I see you posting all the time on Instagram and being very lively and interactive. Like how did that come to be, especially when it comes to like Instagram posting? I don't think a lot of people realize. Sorry, let me back up. I think a lot of people think posting is easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they start posting and like editing and doing all this jazz, then they're like, wait, that took half of my day.
Right.
So one, like, how did you get out of that comfort zone and being in front of the camera? Because that's also tricky.
That took a lot of time, to be
Okay.
honest. Because in the beginning,
Mhm.
I was like, oh my God, people are judging how I look.
Yeah.
People are judging what I'm going to say. Like, and I remember this like vividly. I would film a video and then I would watch it back and I would judge myself. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I look terrible. I didn't say these words correct. Like it was, and this was like, I'm sure they had, I can't even think of what it's called right now.
CapCut.
No, not CapCut. It's like like not, like the thing where you read
Oh, a teleprompter?
a teleprompter.
Okay.
Like, yes, they definitely had teleprompters, but this was like so long ago where like they didn't have app type teleprompters like they do now. And I'm like, I would try to memorize things.
Mhm.
And I just got to a point where I was like, I would eventually get the video out.
Mhm.
And I never got negative feedback. Everyone was
Yeah.
like, oh, you look great. Oh, this is great. Oh, and I'm like, okay. I was over analyzing everything.
Yeah.
And I got to a point where I was just like, you know what? I'm done. Like I stopped replaying the videos. I was like, I don't even want to look at it. Let's just put it out there.
Okay.
I'm like, edit, put it out, because the more I would look at it, I could not get myself to be happy with it. I would find something wrong.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I just need to put it out. Who cares?
Okay.
And that's how I started. That's how I started putting more things out.
How long would it take you to edit? Like, did you ever see yourself like, oh man, this is taking too much out of my time?
I'm very guilty
Okay.
because I'm very, very fortunate. Not all of my videos, but a lot of my videos, majority of the videos, we have someone at the office that would do the editing and the filming and all of these things. But in the beginning, no, I was like having to do them.
Right.
And I dreaded it because it would take so long.
Yeah.
Like editing the videos and then trying to come up with a caption and then figuring out, oh my gosh, when should I post this? When is the best time? When are people like, what's my best reach?
Yeah.
I was like, this is a full-time job. And it took me what I felt. Actually, no, not what I felt. It actually took me like, I realized an entire day.
Yeah.
Like an entire day of editing and posting and all these things. And I'm like, okay, but I got no work done. And I would be very frustrated because for a while I was like, okay, all I'm doing is editing and I'm not cold calling or I'm not calling past clients or I'm not doing these things. And I'm like, I'm not working. Like how this doesn't work. Until I realized, I'm like, hold on, take a step back. This is work. So I can't tell myself, no, I'm not working. I'm wasting my time editing and doing all these things. And once I got in the mindset of this is not a waste of my time. This is work. I am actively working. It made it a lot easier to be able to edit and to film and to come up with content ideas because that's really time consuming too.
Yes.
I'm like, it's hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard. Okay, how do you balance like what is, because you mentioned it and I think this is a very good question. It's like, how do you balance like cold calling and reaching out to your prospects versus like Instagram would bring you some prospects as well as soon as you get it to a certain level that is people look at it and they're like, oh yeah, maybe I should call you up. Like, how did you balance between those two? Or better yet, like what is the formula that you found out like after through trial and error that this is the formula that works for me?
A schedule.
Okay.
And if I stick to the schedule, which is I don't really stick to it as often as I should.
Yeah.
And that's where the inconsistencies happen, right? But if I stuck to my schedule, which was I would do 2 hours of cold calling,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's like the first thing I would do in the morning. There's
Mhm.
no checking my emails. There's no responding to text messages. There's no follow up on escrows. I would just cold call
Mhm.
for 2 hours. And then after the 2 hours, I would do all of my follow up. I would check my emails and do all of these other things. Like nothing is burning down right now. It's fine. After my follow up, I would do like calls to referrals or past clients.
Mhm.
And then in the evening is when I would do social media.
Mm.
And if I could stick to that schedule, man, I would be so set. I would be so set. Like if I could just stick to that schedule, like life would be great.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have a little one, you have a wife,
I
like
was-
it's hard.
I
You
literally,
can't.
that was my follow-up question
Yeah.
is like, how could you possibly stick to the schedule
There's no way.
when you have a little one and like you have a husband or I have a wife and we have to attend to the significant other, right? So we have to attend to the significant other, we have to attend to the child, and then we have to attend to business, right? So
Yeah.
I can't imagine how this is a balancing act.
It's really difficult, to be honest with you. I do my best,
Uh-huh.
and I stopped beating myself up if something didn't get done.
Okay.
Because what I would notice is if I didn't do the entire 2 hours, I'm like, oh my gosh. And I don't know how to I know how to explain, but I would beat myself up so much that like I was frustrated. And
Yeah.
then, the frustration starts in the morning and then everyone else gets the frustration.
Yeah.
So like I don't do well on the rest of my calls. And then I'm just like, oh, forget it. I'm not doing social media today. And I really just stopped beating myself up. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do what I could do today. And that's okay. And that helps. It helps a lot. But it's still really hard managing all of these things. It's, it's life. It's like very difficult to manage a child and a husband and friends.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely not easy, but you do your best.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, because now Berlin is older,
Mm-hmm.
so my mornings, like I can accomplish a lot
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
she's at school.
Yeah, for
So-
sure.
I try to bang out as much as I can in
Mhm.
the morning. So now like social media and all of that, I don't really do in the evenings anymore. I do a lot of it in the morning
Which I think is better.
It's better. It's better in a
Uh-huh.
sense of like my brain is better. Like my brain is clear. I'm more focused in the mornings.
Yeah.
But I like to, I guess essentially what gets me my business,
Mhm.
most of my business, is referrals. So if I focus on like calling past clients in the morning when I'm like fresh, I do better because I
Mhm.
get more referrals.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
But now I'm like, okay, I'm switching it up. Social media in the morning.
Yeah.
And like now I'm like, I can do past client calls in the afternoon. I can do it while I'm driving. We do a lot of things in the car,
Yeah.
like a lot of things in the car. And I have my laptop with me at all times, just in case I need to like take it out or do something. So we just juggle and we make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so when we used to work in retail, right?
Mhm.
We're making a mere maybe 40 grand a year.
Mhm.
And that's being respectful, right? And we kind of stretch out this dollar for the entire week. I mean, you remember how it used to be.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you become a real estate agent,
Mhm.
right? Somewhere along the line you start making money that's supersedes this tenfold.
Right.
Right. I always make fun of, I always make fun of this thing that I used to do is like I would pray and I'd be like, God, please, like if I just make 2 times more than my current salary, I'm set.
Right.
And he's like, well, here's tenfold.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not set.
Right.
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 So when you started accumulating this money now, how did you go from the mindset of scarcity to a mindset of more abundance? Maybe with a little bit of scarcity, right? But
Mm-hmm.
there's always this shift of the mindset. Has that happened to you?
The shift has definitely happened.
Okay.
And it has happened because of consistency. And it does take time. No
Mhm.
new agent will ever realize this. There's no way. But when I am consistent, when I am consistently showing up
Mhm.
and making my phone calls and talking to past clients and essentially just doing what I'm supposed to do, the work comes.
Mm.
It always comes.
Okay.
And you see it years later
Yeah.
because in the beginning there's, you know what I mean? The scarcity is definitely there.
Yeah.
But, time after time, if I do what I'm supposed to do in 3 months, I am super busy. Like
Mm.
it works.
Okay.
So my mindset, I would say the last year
Mhm.
really has changed.
In what way?
Just being more focused.
Okay.
Being more focused, more driven.
Mhm.
I want more
Mhm.
for myself, for my family. And I realized what I need to do to make that happen.
Okay. When you have a family, it changes. Your perspective definitely changes for sure.
Huge.
For sure.
Huge. I mean, obviously having a spouse,
Yeah.
it changes, but ever so slightly because,
Yeah.
I mean, depends on your spouse, but for the most part, like, financially they also have a job or, you
Right.
know what I mean? And they can take care of themselves and it's fine.
Yeah.
But then when you have a child, oh, it changes so much. And in so many ways too. It's also like, at least for me, I have a little girl
Mhm.
and I want her to know that she doesn't need anyone but herself. And she can do anything she wants and everything she wants. And like, don't ever let anyone stop you. And I'm like, well, I have to show her this. How
Yeah.
else is she going to know this? And so really that's my drive and
Mhm.
that's why I do what I do and I bring her with me. She sees me working.
Mhm.
She is with me 24/7 if she can be.
Yeah.
And I want her to see it.
Don't you feel, I guess this is more for me, but don't you feel guilty sometimes because like you want to spend more time with your kid, especially when she's younger, and you're like, I can't give you all that time because I also have to work and I also have to do this and I also have to be here, especially being a real estate agent. Your Saturdays and Sundays are booked
Every day.
every day.
Every day. And I have guilt
Yeah.
all the time. And
Uh-huh.
I have guilt for like an abundance of reasons, right? Because I could be there, like
Mhm.
physically, my body is at the birthday party with her or
Mhm.
whatever, but I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I'm responding to emails or responding to text messages. And I do have guilt because physically I'm there, but my
Mhm.
mind is not there. My mind is at work. And
Mm.
so even though she sees me, I do have guilt in those aspects. But I am now learning
Mhm.
to have boundaries. And well, when I say boundaries, um, boundaries with my clients.
Okay.
So in the beginning, I would drop everything, literally drop everything to help them. I was responding to text messages at 10 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
just anything.
Yeah.
And I got to a point and I was like, okay, I need boundaries so
Mhm.
I can be more present.
Mhm.
And the boundaries have helped. And before, I was always with clients, with anyone, it was yes, no problem. Yes, no problem. Yes, no
Mhm.
problem. And I would be going crazy. And my aunt taught me this and she was like, "Look, you cannot do this. Like you are going to go crazy one day and you're going to be so upset and so burnt out. And for what? Like
Mhm.
financials? Like, no, it is not worth it." And she was like, all of our clients, all of your clients, they have families, they have children. Just tell them what's going on. And so I got to a point where I was comfortable enough to say, hey, I can't this weekend because my daughter has this, this, and this.
Mhm.
Hey, I can't today because of, whatever. Don't get me wrong. I don't do that all the time.
Sure.
But lately,
Uh-huh.
yes, I will organize my schedule around my priorities.
Mhm.
Yes, I still work. Yes, I still do everything. Um, but like I have prioritized spending more time with my family
Yeah.
and my daughter, specifically because she there was one day and that was like the turn for me, to be honest.
Mhm.
She was like, "Mom, I have not seen you all week." And I
Oh,
was like, "What are you
no.
talking about?" I was like, "Berlin, I drop you off at school every day.
Yeah.
I'm picking you up from school. I'm dropping you off at gymnastics. Like, I see you." And she goes, "But Mom, you're not even hanging out with me."
Oh, no.
And I was like, "Oh no, this cannot." Like I felt so much guilt
Yeah.
and I was like, "No. Okay. We're going to hang out. Like I am making it a point to be more present."
Yeah.
And ever since then, I really really have prioritized her and my husband.
Mhm.
And yes, I still work, but like I've prioritized family a
Yeah.
lot.
Can you walk us through like a boundary that you have now that maybe you haven't? Like it seems like one of the things I've noticed from talking to everyone, there's one. There's
Yep.
one in particular. After a certain time, I'm not answering any texts.
It depends on the text. So,
Sure.
like, I have my phone on
Uh-huh.
do not disturb 9 o'clock.
Okay.
9 o'clock, I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah.
If I just so happen to be on my phone and I
Mhm.
see something that is urgent,
Mhm.
I will respond.
Sure.
But at 9 p.m., my do not disturb is on and I don't answer calls, texts, nothing. That is like the biggest boundary I have set. And I know 9 p.m. sounds really late,
It's
but it
not.
works.
It's not. We had one person say 7 p.m. He's done.
Wow.
7 p.m. His phone is down. And in case, obviously,
Right.
like, there's caveats, right?
Correct.
Like we should be clear about it. There's always caveats, but he's like 7 p.m. It's down.
Yeah.
I think the other person said around 8 p.m. And I'm like, damn, bro, I don't put my phone down till like midnight.
Yeah. See, no. Put your phone down. Spend time with your family. Put your phone down.
So it was really interesting to see.
Yeah.
It seems to be like that's like the biggest one.
That is my biggest one. Huge, actually.
There are times where you're going to be burnt out,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
There's especially, I would say, especially being a mother. I think there's a lot more that goes into being a mother than a father. Now, it's not to take away from the fathers, but like most mothers that I see that are working, they are in control of the household. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a pretty big job. Sometimes you get burnt out.
All the time.
How do you recharge?
A vacation.
Okay.
When I say a vacation, I mean 2 weeks
Mm-hmm.
or a week.
Okay.
I am not home. I am with my family and I am enjoying my family, but there are no work calls. There are no work text messages. I'm not grocery shopping.
Mhm.
I'm not washing dishes. I'm not worried about the dog. Like, I'm not worried about anything other than having fun with my family.
Mm.
That is the best way for me to recharge because I come back to work wanting to work. Like,
Mm.
I come back looking forward to working. I come back happy to wash laundry or to do whatever the case is. And I come back feeling good and refreshed rather than being burnt out.
Mm. Do you do it in sprints? Like, do you say like, hey, these are the sprints I have? Or do you just get to the point where you're like, hey, I'm burnt out. We need to make this happen now?
No. So I will plan a vacation also because it helps me to work towards something, right?
Okay. Fair.
So, like for the most part, my trips are planned from the beginning of the year. Like I kind of know what I'm doing, what's happening. Don't get me wrong, there's some like last minute things,
For sure.
but for like something big like that,
Hmm.
and normally it's just once a year, and I know it's going to happen. And so I look forward to it. I plan for it, and I generally like plan it before my burnout phase.
Okay.
I plan it. Oops. I plan it before I know I'm about to burn out.
Mhm.
Because you kind of know when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like to plan it in advance.
Fair. Let's talk about marketing strategy when it comes to your business, right? And so your content blends lifestyle, design, and real estate. When we look at your post and all of that good stuff, was that intentional in the way that you built it, or did it go through some like revamping phases?
It still goes through phases.
Okay.
There's like never anything that's perfect. It's constantly like, especially, I mean, you know, too, with like marketing and social media, it's all trial and error.
Yeah.
And one day maybe this works and next week, like it's not working. But I have marketed myself in a way
Mhm.
where if I were someone, a mom specifically, or a woman,
Mhm.
I would look at my page and say, okay, like she's not just a realtor. She's a
Mm.
mom, she's a
Okay.
friend. I can connect with her. I have things in common with her. Also because a real estate transaction is a really big deal.
Mhm.
And if you're not vibing with
Yeah.
the person that you're working with, it's horrible. And I wouldn't wish that on anyone, right?
Mhm.
And don't get me wrong, not everyone's going to vibe with me. Like there
Right.
might be someone who's like, "Oh no, like this is not it." But I marketed myself in a way to where people can see who I am, what
Mhm.
I'm about, what my beliefs are, and so on and so forth. And so
Okay.
based on looking at my page, you know if you would like to work with me or if you don't want to work with me. Yeah.
Now, I do have to say, if I'm going to be completely honest,
Yes.
knowing you, I could say I would think you wouldn't give a rat's ass about social media
No.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
How did that change?
Well, I mean, I liked social media. I
R-
always liked it,
Sure.
but like for fun,
Yeah.
you know? And then once it turned into work, just like wasn't fun
Yeah.
anymore
Okay.
until I made it fun.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, this is work. Like we have to do these things.
Mhm.
And I mean, to be honest with you, that's especially in our industry, that's where the new clientele is looking.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, okay, if I don't do these things, then I will fall behind. And I need to be up to date with these things. I need to keep up. And that's when it took a turn. And I'm like, okay, I'm going like full social media.
Mhm.
And don't get me wrong, my husband hates it. My husband, like, if you look at my Instagram,
Uh-huh.
I look like a single mom.
Yeah.
Because he's literally like, can you, because he's not for the social media. Like
Yeah.
he's not a fan. And he's just like, can you just not? He was like, just don't post me. Don't. And I'm like, but honey. And he's like, no. He was like, it's your work stuff. It's your page. Like,
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be a part of it. And I'm like, yeah, I know what you mean. I get it.
Yeah.
But I have to do it for work.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you do what you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took a big turn. I'm like, it took a big turn. I had no choice. I'm like, it's work. But to be honest, now I've grown to love it. And I really do enjoy posting.
Okay.
Because I do, well, especially like the real estate content aspect of things,
Mm-hmm.
I do believe there is knowledge in it. And if it's just one person that takes something away from my content,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm good. That was my entire goal for all of it, is for buyers and sellers both to have knowledge. And if they take that away from my content, I am happy.
What do people underestimate is the most about building a business in real estate, especially social media? Because I don't think, like, when people are looking at it,
Mm-hmm.
again, this is purely because now being behind
Right.
the scenes,
Right.
obviously I'm very fortunate. Like, I have someone who can edit and do
Mm-hmm.
all this jazz for
Mm-hmm.
me. But even when I'm trying to post by myself, I'm like, more or less kind of like you. I'm like, I have to do this 2-3 times.
Right.
Right. But now it seems like real estate inherently has to be on social media. Like,
Yes.
if you're not on there, you are falling behind tenfold.
Right.
Right. It's like anything else, like AI now. If you're not
Mm-hmm.
using AI, you're going to be behind tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But what's like one thing that people underestimate that takes a lot of time about like building a social media brand or building a real estate brand through social media?
I would say the content creation is
Okay.
one thing people really underestimate, because coming up with the ideas
Mm-hmm.
and the content and the knowledge, and not just the knowledge, like the stupid shit, the funny shit that
Yeah.
people want to watch.
Yeah.
Like, coming up with those things is not easy. It takes time and it takes research. And don't get me wrong, like, I don't come up with all of these ideas. Like, it's a team effort, but it's also like research and going into AI and trying to get ideas and doing all of these things and seeing, like, you have to follow trends and seeing what trends work. Coming up with the content is so difficult. And I think a lot of agents don't realize that it is very time consuming.
Yeah.
Very, very time consuming. And they think like, oh, like, posting these videos is so easy. No, because the whole point of the content, yes, obviously put it out, put whatever out.
Mhm.
But if there is nothing for anyone to gain, why is anyone going to watch your shit? They're
Right.
not. So coming up with content that has something behind it
Mhm.
is probably the most underestimated thing that people or agents or anyone, to be honest, in like social media world underestimates.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, yes, some people are like blindly scrolling, but for the most part, coming up with something that like will catch someone's attention is hard.
Yeah.
Is so hard. And like, I still don't know everything. I still don't know, like, why did this video click? Like, why?
Yeah.
I still have no idea sometimes. The
Yeah.
algorithms, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I challenge anyone, by the way, because I think it's extremely hard to make content, because there's going to be a lot of people that think they're like, well, yeah, I could do this.
Show me.
Right. Challenge anyone to shoot their first content or continue to shoot their content and let us know how long it takes them from start to finish when they shoot it. That is my challenge to you. So, okay, now I want to jump over to like career advice, right?
Mhm.
So, what is the worst financial mistake a new realtor can make in their first year in today's market?
Spending money before you make money. And what a lot of realtors see and do is, someone's in one ear. Oh, if you, buy this program, I will give you, 500 phone numbers and you're going to get a lot of business. And you buy this program and you'll get this. What most agents don't realize is you do not need to spend any money to have a transaction, your first transaction. What you need to do is open up your cell phone, open up Facebook, open up Instagram. You have friends, you have family, you have so many people that probably don't know you're a realtor, don't know you're in the business, don't know that you are wanting to help people.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be embarrassment. They don't want to reach out. They have to overcome that. And they need to call upon their sphere first
Mm-hmm.
before spending any money on anything. Like, it's so unnecessary. And this is like in more detail, but title companies give you lists of phone numbers for free.
Mm-hmm.
There's no need to spend money on any marketing materials, any programs, any software in the beginning of your career. What you do need to do is just focus on making the phone calls, focus on getting your name out there. And like, to be honest, it's a lot of sweat equity, right? So what works for some doesn't always work for others. But there was an agent. She's still in it now. She's elderly. And her thing was door knocking. And she had her little walking shoes. And you want to talk about routine? Oh, routine. She was in the office in the mornings, come 5 p.m., 4 p.m. It also depended on when the sun was setting.
Okay.
She would put her little walking shoes on. She would go walk neighborhoods. And there's no money involved in knocking on people's doors.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much agents can do without spending money. And I feel like, unfortunately, in the industry, like everyone looks at, the next best thing. Like, if I buy this program, I'll get this. No, you don't need to spend any money on anything.
Okay. Let's say your daughter wanted to get into it today.
Okay.
Right? She has no contacts. She's starting off fresh.
Okay.
What are the first 3 moves you would tell her to make fresh off the gate?
Fresh off the gate.
Yeah.
If she has no friends.
Of course she has
She
friends.
has no family.
Okay.
Call your family.
But what if they're like, you know what? You're a little young. I have my real estate agent. These are things you and I have heard
Right.
time and time again.
Right.
Right. Starting off in any industry we've started off in.
That's true.
Right.
That's very true. You make a good point. Okay. Forget the friends. Forget the family.
Okay.
Figure out, well, first, what area you want to focus on.
Okay.
Right. So like a city.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, like, focus on a city that is accessible to you, that is easily accessible to you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you live in Anaheim, focus on your neighborhood. Like, don't go to Anaheim Hills, don't go to Yorba Linda. You focus on the city that you live in, your neighbors. You reach out to a title rep and you ask for a farm. Not a big farm, small farm.
Mm-hmm.
They will give you a farm. And you go and you knock on everyone's doors and you introduce yourself. Hi, I'm so-and-so. I'm a new agent. I actually live just around the corner. Blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't just do that one time. You have to make routine. So like, you knock on these houses, 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
The following month, you knock again. But in between knocking, because the title reps will give you their emails, like everything, you start a email drip
Mm-hmm.
to the same people. So essentially, they're constantly seeing your name. They're constantly seeing you. And don't get me wrong, this will not produce any transactions in the first year.
Okay.
0 transactions will happen in the first year.
Okay.
What you're doing is you are building your farm. And typically it takes about 18 months for something to happen.
Okay.
But if you build that farm, they will forever be yours because they will know you. But you also have to give them things of knowledge. You can't just, hey, I'm a realtor and I want to help you. No.
Yeah.
If there is, and I mean, you do have to do your research, right? So if there's a new prop coming out, if there is something new in the neighborhood coming out, teach your neighbors about these things. You go to neighborhood events, restaurants. You have to talk to people. You have to get yourself out there.
Okay.
That's one.
Okay.
Two, because that's sellers, right? That's just sellers. Buyers, totally different. So for buyers is a little hard because like it's really word of mouth, to be honest with you.
And you could spend 18 months minimum with that buyer.
You really can. Like buyers are not something that's going to be an overnight thing. And to be honest with you, a lot of agents don't like buyers.
Yeah.
Like they don't. They think buyers are a waste of time, a waste of gas, a waste of all of these other things.
Yeah.
I love buyers. Love them. And truthfully, a buyer will be a faster transaction than a seller, depending on, because most of the time buyers are like, if they're ready and they're so anxious and they want to buy a house.
Oh, for sure.
You know, with a seller, it takes time. Like they might not want to sell today, but maybe they want to sell in a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Oh my God, that guy Tim knocked on our door 3 years ago. Let's go call him.
Yeah.
But with buyers, for the most part, like when they're ready to buy, they're ready to buy. But someone just starting off to acquire buyers or to get buyers, use social media. Start making videos, like post content, talk about first-time home buyer programs. You can, oh my gosh, you can do so much, and it's all free and it's all relatively easy to put together. You can even have like, I'm trying to think of the right term, a webinar. You don't need an office. You just need your laptop. Host a webinar for first-time home buyers. Post it everywhere. You don't need a bunch of people to come, just a few. You would be so surprised. After doing so many webinars, you will get people.
Okay.
And third, so the third thing that I would say, and it really takes a special type of person to be able to do this. I will not do this. I tried it. I don't like it.
Okay.
But some agents, super successful with it,
Okay.
is calling expired listings. And if you want a transaction and you want a transaction fast, that's the fastest way to get it. But if you are not well-versed and you are not sharp,
They'll eat you alive.
they'll eat you alive, and they're going to hang up in your face. Like they're not even going to talk to you.
Yeah.
But if you want a transaction and you want a transaction fast, expireds are the best thing to do. I don't like it because I don't like people yelling at me.
Yeah.
I don't like people hanging up in my face. I want someone to enjoy talking to me. Like I tried it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awful.
Yeah.
Like I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. And I did it for weeks. And I was like, I'm over this shit. Like I'm getting hung up on. I'm getting yelled at. Like people are not nice.
Yeah.
It's not for me, right? It's not for everyone. But there are some agents, that's all they do. And they're uber successful at it.
Yeah.
But it does also take a lot of practice, right? So like a lot of practicing scripts. And oh my gosh, there's scripts online. There's scripts everywhere. And what I think a lot of agents lack is practicing scripts. And so when you do meet with that seller or you do meet with that buyer, you're not prepared.
Yeah.
And then you sit there and you fumble and it's like, oh, well, this is why it didn't work out. But expireds would be the way to go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If you could go back to the moment before you became a solo real estate agent, what would you do differently, if anything?
Figured out my schedule. Like I would have figured out a schedule and stuck to it and been like very consistent. And I think, I mean, I struggle with this, to this day, but what happens with most agents is, we do really well. We make our phone calls and we do all of these things. And then the business starts coming, right? And then and we have all these escrows open
You
and
let a little off the gas.
we let off the gas.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh crap, all these escrows are closing and I have nothing happening. I need to go back. And it took me a long time to learn that. And if I could go back, that would be the one thing that I would change. Like you cannot let off the gas.
Yeah.
Like no matter how many escrows you have to continue making your phone calls. You have to continue all of these things or else there will be no business later.
This one I definitely want to get into because like it gets me so excited. So what is the one piece of tech or future innovation in real estate or social media that you're genuinely excited about?
AI.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Have you started using it?
Oh, yeah. What are you talking about? AI
Uh-huh.
is about to just take over. Like, take over. So we actually had an office meeting last week. And I'm guilty because I'm not super well versed in these things. Like, I don't like it. But I'm trying to like it because I know it will help my business. This gentleman taught us essentially like how to have AI come up with the content for said newsletter, but not just how to come up with the content for said newsletter, how to come up with the content that will put you first on Google for someone in that city that's searching for something, essentially. And I was blown away. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is insane. And he gave us all of the prompts, like all of it. It was on chat. But he gave literally, you just type this into chat, do this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely insane.
Oh yeah.
I cannot wait.
Cannot wait or scared?
No, I cannot wait.
Okay.
I cannot wait because I truly think it's going to just change everything and not in a bad way. I mean, I'm not scared because at the end of the day, I do not think AI can take over like human interaction.
Okay.
I don't believe it. I don't see it. And when you're purchasing a home or you're selling a home, yes, AI can do a lot of things, but AI is not going to hold your hand throughout the process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not scared. I'm looking forward to it because I want help and AI will help me.
What is one lesson about success you would want to teach your kid and hope that she would learn from you?
Consistency. So consistency is key. And as long as you are consistent and you are doing everything that you are supposed to be doing, you will be successful. You don't need to be perfect. There is no need for perfection. But if you are consistent, you will be successful.
Oh, Berlin's about to be successful.
She better be.
She is consistent. She
really is.
Damn good at what she does.
The Lord has blessed me with such a great child. I'm like, I am very grateful. because she is very consistent.
Yeah.
And she is such a hard worker. And sometimes she teaches me things. It's wild. It's wild, but she really does teach me things.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, I mean, I feel like because kids are so, like, they're so intuitive, but they're so inquisitive.
Yeah.
And they, like, some of the questions that they ask,
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Why I never asked? Why did I not think of this?
No,
So
yeah.
I learn a lot from her too.
It could be sometimes hurtful.
Oh, yeah. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? They're insulting sometimes.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's fine. They really are insulting sometimes.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh, well, I guess you're not wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate it.
I am so grateful. Thank you.
If someone was to reach out and try to find you, could you on this camera say like where they can find you, your social media handles in any shape, form?
If someone wants to find me on social media, my Instagram handle is Nesreen Dye, and it's NESREENDYE.
Thank you for being with us today. I really appreciate your time. Thank you guys for listening. As usual, we're on the outro.